Welcome back to another episode of FormCast. This is episode 11. I can't believe we already have 11 episodes. That means I've been doing it for at least 11 weeks. I think we took a week off. That's 12 weeks or something like that. That's how many months? I don't even know. But thank you so much for listening. Right off the bat, I cannot say thank you enough. Now, I want to make money. That's it. That's all. We'll see. No, I'm just kidding. Today, I want to discuss how much money can you make streaming on Twitch? How much money is there, I guess, where does it come from? When I started Twitch, when I started streaming, I was like, the money wasn't necessarily why I was doing it, because, I mean, it's hard to make money right off the bat. But how do you make money on Twitch? So I'm going to dive into that a little bit right now. There are three main ways, and I've talked about this slightly in other episodes, previous episodes, but there are technically three main ways that someone can make money on Twitch. So for everyone that's new, how does the money actually come through? How do you make any money? How do you get paid? All that kind of stuff. This is what you're going to expect. On Twitch, people can subscribe to your channel. Subscriptions are, I would like to say, probably the majority of someone's income as a Twitch streamer on the platform directly. There are two other ways that you can make money directly off the platform while live. But I would say subscriptions make up a large percentage, a large majority of the income that you might make. Now, how does that work? Well, someone clicks subscribe on your channel. They pay $5, $6, wherever they are, and then you make a certain percentage of that. On Twitch, it's a 50-50 split, whether you're an affiliate or a partner. Unless you have a side contract, a deeper, private, written contract with Twitch, you make 50%. Let's be honest, it's actually less than that, because when you get paid out, they take fees, they do this, they got rates for that, all this kind of stuff. They charge me a rate to convert the US money that is on the platform to transfer it to Canadian money when I get paid out. So technically, I don't even make 50% of the cut of subs on Twitch. Someone can also gift subscriptions. Now, I think gifted subs are probably make up like 80-85%. I'm just throwing a number out there, but a really large percentage of the money, of the income on Twitch in someone's stream. Someone can gift one sub. They can gift subs till their bank account, calls them for fraud activity. End of the day, it makes up a lot of your revenue. So every gifted sub is the same as a regular subscription. You make half the amount that they actually pay. Twitch takes the rest. And again, the the conversions and all that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, you make roughly 50% per sub. That accumulates as you go, right? So if you have 50 subs in a month, technically it's $100, roughly. I think it's about $250, depends where you are. And especially when you convert it for your own currency, roughly $100 if you make 50 subs in a month. Now, there are things called bits, of course. If you're on Twitch, if you watch Twitch, or you've streamed on Twitch, you understand what these are, but not everybody understands what it pays out as. So 1 bit cheered in a stream is technically 1 cent, 1 penny, 1.01 of a dollar. So what happens is if someone cheers 100 bits, you made $1. Now, of course, when you get that paid out in part of your payout, there's fees and taxes and all that kind of stuff. So you don't really make exactly $1, but initially at the very moment, when you look at your summaries and all that kind of stuff, you made $1 out of 100 bits. Now, the viewer buys these bits right on Twitch. I don't know the rate anymore for how much money is for how many bits. But the viewer, the user, the cheerer, the financial supporter usually pays almost double what you actually get. So, for example, if they sent you 100 bits, they probably paid $2 for that bit, or those bits, I should say. So there's bits, there's subs, and then there's donations. Now, donations are something that a lot of people don't really realize that are part of your stream income and are taxable just like any other income that you receive while streaming. But donations are direct support for the streamer. Why is that? So when you set up your PayPal, for example, and I suggest you set up a PayPal, not a Venmo, not a Cash App for those in the States, because I can't even get a Cash App or a Venmo account because I'm in Canada. So for example, if you have Canadian viewers or viewers from across the globe who can't get those specific apps, they cannot donate to you. So I suggest a PayPal because PayPal is global. Some people don't like their fees. Some people don't like to work with them. Whatever, choose whatever you want at the end of the day. But PayPal works best for donations. Now, donations do not go through Twitch. They do not go through anything except for the platform, the program, or whatever it is, the business like PayPal company that they donate through. So, for example, if someone donates me $100, there are PayPal fees to that, of course. So in my PayPal, I'll probably make $96. I believe that's per $100 from what I've seen. That's roughly the rate, about $4 that they take away for fees. Now, fees can be claimed on expenses for taxes and all that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Donations are probably the best way to be supported financially because you get 100% of that money. Now, yes, it's taxable and there's fees and all that kind of stuff. However, if someone was to spend $100 in donations, you get $100. If they spent $100 in subs, I believe that might be only close to 15 gifted subs, 20 gifted subs, maybe. And depending where you live, obviously. But that when you think about 15 gifted subs, you're only making $30, maybe $30 to $35 with the cents and all that. So obviously the better way to be supported is through donations. So I always encourage people to say, like, if you want to directly support me financially, then yeah, do it through donations. It helps a whole lot more. But there's reason to gift subs because the community gets subs. It brings new people, brings more people, and the people who can't afford to subscribe to your channel but would like that to get all the benefits of being a subscriber, get those benefits, right? Now, that's the 3 ways you can make money while you're live. Yes, there's merchandise that you set up on your own and you might make some money from that. Yes, there are partnerships, sponsorships. I've talked about that a little bit. Some partnerships are like an affiliate code, right? You get a code form, 10% off at this place. You only get commission on sales. So you don't get a paid contract or anything like that. There might be room for movement up the ladder, for example. I would say some of the larger companies that you'd probably want to aim for have these types of programs, contracts, where you might start with just a code, but when you prove your ability to make sales, but also market the product properly or the service, your dedication, your passion for that, and working with the company, the business, they might allow you to go up in contract and then start paying you on a monthly basis, like a salary sort of, and plus your commissions, so you make money off of that. Now, the first thing that a lot of people, say as soon as they say, like, oh, what do you do for work? Or since I went full time in this past July, I've had more recently, not so much now, but in the last few months, people where I used to work say, because I was at a gym. So I frequently go to the gym 5 days a week. So I'm just getting these questions of like, hey, you don't work here anymore? No, what do you do? What do you do? I kind of try to explain what I do for a living now, streaming and my own business and this and that. First thing that the majority of people say is like, you can make money doing that. Because oftentimes I'll say like, well, technically I play video games and we all know there's a whole lot more to it. But the first question or the first reaction comment is you can make money doing that? Or how do you even make money? So I don't go into major detail, of course, but it's really important to realize that you can make money while streaming. How much can you make? Well, you see smaller streamers make $50 and that's the minimum payout for Twitch. You make their $50 a month and that helps them do whatever they want. They reinvest it, or they pay groceries, or they buy their kids something nice, or they go buy themselves about 2.5 burritos and you enjoy your day. But as we've all seen, larger streamers can make absolutely insane amounts of dollars, thousands of dollars, thousands and thousands per month, and really sustain this really amazing lifestyle that they wish to live. Money doesn't bring happiness, but it buys a whole lot of experiences and things. So take it for what you want. End of the day, streaming is really a roller coaster when it comes to finances. Even at the top, I'm sure that if they made $100,000 a month, they might make $80,000 the next month. That's $20,000 difference, right? I'll give you a little bit of experience. I'm not going to go into detail about my specific financials and the money that I've made or how much it's been and what's my max, what's my minimum, all that kind of stuff. But the money can fluctuate on a monthly basis enough that you're like, if I have a really good month, I need to make sure that I put a large chunk of that in savings to make sure that when we have the low months, we want to make sure that we're not going to be struggling. My family is not saying like, do we have to eat Kraft dinner again? Mac and cheese for those in the US. like we can actually enjoy our life without worrying too much, because I chose this lifestyle. I chose to be self-employed. I chose to be a full-time streamer without that 9 to 5 secured paycheck. So how much money can you make? Well, you make some this month and you make some the next month. And at the end of the year, you calculate, well, this year I made this much, right? It's never the same every single month. The contracts, the partnerships, the payouts you get from certain things that are on a monthly basis, the exact same, because that's what you're contracted for or at. Yeah, that'll be the same. However, majority of your income as a streamer, as a small streamer, I should say, because you're not making income from these giant partnerships because you're not that big yet, keyword yet, is Twitch. Subs, gifted subs, bits, and donations. And that will fluctuate on a monthly basis. It'll fluctuate on a daily basis, a stream basis, I should say, and a weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. Can you look at what you made, the lowest amount you've made in the last 6 months, and say, well, if I make that amount for the rest of my streaming career, am I okay? That might, help you in making a decision in terms of like how much can I make and where can I put my money and how to budget and how to regulate your finances. But you can definitely make a lot of money. Now, ads. You can make money off of ads. Now, as a Twitch partner, I have access to ad incentive programs or ad incentive offers. There's a big thing about that right now where ad incentive offers have gone from, and I'll be honest with you because I've always been very transparent about this because it comes from Twitch and I don't have any control over it. It has nothing to do with what my content is about or how much fun we have in stream. But in August 2022, I was being offered roughly $400 to $500 a month from Twitch on top of like the regular ad revenue that you make for running ads. But this offer would give me that secured for sure money if I ran 4 minutes of ads per hour and I streamed about 60 to 70, 75 hours a month. Now at the time, that's perfect because I already streamed that amount of hours. And of course, I mean, why would I not turn down that money? And when people have ads, technically, we should all understand that ads help the platform, help businesses, and help the streamer with revenue. So if you're complaining about ads in a stream, please stop. Straight up, just stop. You can make a lot of money off that. $500 a month for me was absolutely huge. That could be a car payment. That's money on the food on the table, money for food on the table. That could be half a mortgage payment or maybe your whole rent or whatever it is. That's a large sum of money. The problem with these offers is they got worse and worse and worse, and they seem to be doing that continuously this month. So take that 500 for 4 minutes, 75 hours, with an average viewership about probably like 70-ish at the time, I think, maybe 75, 80, maybe in August. Take that with an average, probably roughly, I don't even know what my average is anymore, like 60 or something like that right now on Twitch. And we are now offered 5 minutes of ads. Okay, so not roughly different from what they wanted before. However, we're looking at $100 for 5 minutes of ads. And the kicker, instead of streaming 60 to 75 hours, a healthy amount for a full-time streamer, you have to now stream 133 hours in the month of February. So a month that's already missing a few days. It's a shorter month. You have to stream 133 hours, put more ads in your streams, and you make 1/5 of what they used to pay you only 5 months ago, 6 months ago. So you can make money off of ads. If you're a larger streamer, you usually make more. However, I've seen larger streamers with ad incentive offers because they've been posting them how bad they are, making $100 for 2 minutes of ads, and they have to stream like 100 some hours. I don't know how it's calculated. Twitch has to do something about it. If it doesn't change, like I didn't even get one. I didn't even enter the offer for January because of how low it was. And it just becomes this thing of like $100 is nice, but at the end of the day, it's not worth putting viewers through 5 minutes of ads if they're not subscribed to the channel and sort of potentially pushing people away. So honestly, for the month of January, I've made probably, I think, $5 or $6. We're halfway through the month. I made $5 or $6 on ads rather than 400 that I used to make. And we run 30 seconds of ads an hour. There's pre-roll ads for those who are not subscribed. Kind of like when you first start, that's what you do. And that's that. So end of the day, you can make money off ads. Very unreliable unless you're a really big streamer where they're obviously paying you based on your insane amount of viewerage or whatever it is, right? However they calculate it. So you can make a lot of money as a streamer. You can make enough money to live the dream. If it's a dream to be full-time, I did it myself. It's not impossible. Is it something that is sustainable? It is sustainable. However, you got to work your butt off to be creative and continuously be entertaining and continuously bring new people to the channel and venture off into these different abilities to get money in terms of other platforms, maybe running sponsored ad streams, maybe doing sponsored posts on TikTok if your TikTok is large enough. You can make money, $50 here, $100 there, $500 there. At the end of the day, majority comes from your Twitch platform. And then if you can venture off into something else that makes you a lot of money, then perfect. It's all part of the gig, right? It all adds up at the end of the year with how much money you've made. So for the people that say, can you actually make a living off of streaming? Yes, you can. There's millions of people that technically do it. I think there's millions of people. You might not hear about a lot of them. I mean, you might not even hear about me and little old me, Northern Ontario, Canada kid, just making a living off of streaming content creation, but it's a lot of work. So you got to work for it, but you can make money multiple ways. So if there's an opportunity that is knocking at the door, don't be a sellout where you're just like, I'll do anything for $10. You know, don't sell your dignity. Have pride with what you do. Know your worth, know your value, and you'll make sure that you're going to be saying yes to the right sponsors, the right contract offers, the right partnerships, and you want to make sure that you're doing it with full passion. Now, can you make millions? Yeah, you can. Look at the big guys, right? Is it hard to get? It's even harder to get there. But I'd like to say that they make way more money off of their brand deals than they would maybe in a stream for the majority. Some of them make really big amounts of subs and bits and donations, all that kind of stuff while live. However, if they're not live, they're still making money. YouTube ad revenue, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you venture out and you're the tree, you are the trunk. Make sure you spread your branches as far as you can to try and dip into different pieces of income, different sources of income. But the majority, like I said, subs, gifted subs, donos, and cheers, the bits while live on stream. But if you're making that offline money, even better. Work smart, not hard. Have fun. Be passionate. And, if you make your $50 minimum payout this month on Twitch, spend it on yourself. 2 burritos. And some chips and queso and a Dr. Pepper. Thanks for chatting, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time in another episode of FormCast. Bye.